I hope you hear the music playing. If you don't, it's just in my head, and that's pretty great. Welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Today's show is brought to you by the good people at Hill Storage and Rigging Company. No job too large or too small. Call 717-944-7676 and go to hillrigging.com. Renfest.org, your online directory of Renaissance festivals, vendors, and entertainers. Renfest.org. Find them because it's in the name. Renpops. Get fantastic pop figures of your favorite Renaissance festival performers, including your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. Go to renpops.com. Find them at OMG_Renpops on Instagram. Henderson's Hearth, classic Celtic cooking for today's modern lifestyle. Go to hendersonshearth.com and find them at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival weekends through December 13th. And Dandy Folk, bits and bobbles for the sharp and snazzy. Fantastic outerwear to get through the apocalypse in style. Use my special code DeathByFluffyKittens to save $5 off of your purchase of $50 or more. Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I am on my coffee break. Let's have a nice noisy slurp to start things off. That's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. I am doing a very, very early show. This wasn't announced. This was decided at 9:15 this morning, Eastern time. So 6:15 for those of you on the East Coast, and sometime in the afternoon for those of you in Great Britain. Yes. Today's guest said, "Hey, are we recording today?" And I said, "Are we? And are we doing it at 10:30?" And I said, "Today, can we do it at 3:05 at normal time?" "No, I can't do it because life." And she's like, "All right, well." Who am I to say no? And I just realized I never clicked share screen for that music. So none of you heard the theme song. I'm just going to stop playing the theme song now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the theme song right now. Again, we're going to do it. I'm going to play it through this talking period because I'm a professional and that is how I roll. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Now you can see my guest. It's the amazing, the talented, the multifaceted Chris Coia. Chris Coia, welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break as I begin the theme song again.
This is my favorite thing that's ever happened.
This is happening live on the internet. This show will still happen at 3:05 today. We're going to do a watch party. I'm going to do a watch party. Maybe Chris will join us. I don't know. But no, is this a test run or is this my actual show? I'm going to say this is my actual show.
Yeah.
This is the actual show. Yeah. There we go. Chris Coia, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, and now I kind of feel bad.
You know what? Sometimes I just let the monologue become a running monologue of what is happening in my life in that particular moment. There's no edit switch. I just put things through Englishly. That's all I do. I just put through an English filter. Reverend Tommy, Patreon of the arts, Patreon saint of Nat 21, one of my other projects, and a lovely, amazing super fan. He says, my gird. Love you, Kristina Coia. Oh my God.
Oh, wait. Let me put the coffee.
Oh, there you go. Oh, this is wonderful and delightful. So we have a bit of an audience live right now. So people might be saying things or asking questions, but it's cool. What are you drinking this morning?
It's black coffee.
Cheers to that.
Mug. Cheers.
Oh, what type of mug? Let me see it. Oh, very nice.
Right.
That is one of my favorite movies, actually. Brave, yeah. Merida is my absolute favorite of the Disney princesses, very closely followed by Moana, who disagrees that she is a Disney princess, but as Maui points out to her, as we all know and all aware, she is the daughter of the ruler, and she has a weird animal sidekick. So it's true.
Good choices. Those are definitely top tier Disney princesses.
Oh my God, definitely.
Yeah.
So Reverend Tom,
because I'm gonna get judged for it, so I'm just gonna say I agree with you.
Oh no! Tell me your whole thing. This is all about a judgment-free zone here, unless you say something I find ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to, because you're really gonna dislike what I'm about to say.
Oh, just say it.
All right, my favorite Disney princess is Snow White. I said it.
That's fine.
Is it?
There-
Okay,
Yeah.
not
I Disney bounded last year when we went down for vacation for 2 weeks. It was great. And you're like, oh, Shakespeare's very bougie. A little bit, yeah. But also 2 weeks at Disney World is the other than hotel is the same price as 1 week at Disney World. Yeah, ticket. That's how the tickets work.
All right.
Because 2 days is because obviously it's more expensive. You had more money and everything, but things get less expensive per day. But then you hit a point where you're actually spending not actually as much money because the devaluation of tickets over a several day period goes down to the point. So 10 days at Disney World is the same price as 5. Like the exact same price as 5.
That's kind of awesome then, because then if you don't have to be anywhere, why not?
Yeah, and we decided we wanted to take out a true, genuine European style vacation. We're going on holiday. We went to Disney for 2 weeks, but then I did better because many Europeans take a month, and I took 3 days on either side of the vacation away from my day job at the time. I was like, no. They said, we need you. And they called me whilst on holiday. And I was like, all right, I will take your phone call. I will walk you through this. But just so you know, I'm going and ordering a tropical drink.
Well, and you were on a European vacation. You went to all kinds of countries.
Oh, we love Epcot so freaking much. Oh my God. Or to say, as Reverend Tommy says, my gird. And if Erin Donnelly starts watching my gird to you just preemptively. Now, Joshi Schaefer says her favorite Disney princess is Princess Leia.
Obviously.
She's my favorite Disney general.
Yes. Yeah.
Says the person who doesn't really do Star Wars over there. Look at you.
I would say one of my favorite generals is Shang from Mulan, but okay.
Which version of Mulan?
The original new one.
Oh, you haven't? All right. So you have a Donny Osmond voicing thing going on there.
I mean, of course.
So you got a thing for Mormons. All right, cool.
No, that song is legendary. That is top tier princesses. That is like a top tier Disney song.
All right. Now, did you...
Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say, I just found out a fact that I think some of the lyrics in that, like Swift as a Coursing River, Great Typhoon, that stuff, I think, I might be totally wrong here. I read it on like Tumblr, so who knows how factual it is. But I think that some of those lines are from The Art of War. Like
very nice.
And put into, so like that's just historical accuracy.
No, well, knowing how Disney's been rolling since 1987, 88, when Little Mermaid came out, of really witty things put into song lyrics. I mean, there's Shakespeare in many of the songs, most specifically in my head. Screw your courage to the sticking place, but they give it to Gaston.
When I was a kid, I used to say "Screw your courage to the sticky place."
That's a different story.
And I still say it that way in my head. Yeah.
Also, it's just like, I'm going to take my courage. Like now in a non-dirty way, I'm imagining Cowardly Lion's courage medallion. That he just puts onto a sticky board. He's just like, there. It's on this sticky
place. I was in a production of Beauty and the Beast, and I was singing in like the wings for that song, and I would sing that.
Where was this? When was this? Why was this?
This was it was not anything exciting. This was a summer theater camp thing. I think I was in like 8th grade. I was a rebel. Screw your courage to that sticky place.
So I was involved with a very non-authorized version of Beauty and the Beast, where the conductor transposed all the songs. He wrote all the songs down by just listening to it. Like he wrote out all the notes. It was apparently like a 2-month process for him of listening to everything, wrote in all the vocal parts, all of the different instrumentation, did it all because Disney had not at that point released the rights for community theaters or high schools or anybody to do it. They built their own amazing costumes, and it was beautiful and glorious. And it was the first time I had seen Broadway's Beauty and the Beast, because I had not been able to go see it on Broadway, and there wasn't a touring company of it or anything. This was 2002, I want to say. So I worked crew on the show, and just absolutely amazing. We got a cease and desist letter from the Mouse.
I mean,
and they said, you will stop this production by June 19th. Our final performance was June 17th. It's just like, and so that was one of those things of saying to me, we're taking legal action because we have to technically in order to protect our copyrights, but we're going to try to not be jerks about it. And I was just like, the legal team could have been so much worse. But
and I feel like, I know, you know, when you ape something really popular, what's going to happen is all the kids that went to see that are going to want to like go to the Disney store and buy a Belle doll. So like, I know it's not really supposed to happen, but like they knew that was kind of good for their bottom line.
Yeah, and most of the time, not that Disney doesn't get into stupid, heinous lawsuits occasionally. And by the way, Disney, I have nothing but love for you. All right, Disney, hey, give me the solo shot here. All right, Disney, you want to sponsor my show? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah, I'll do this on Disney Plus. It's fine.
I would love that.
I would love to do this on Disney Plus, mostly because I would then ask as compensation, well, money, but also a free subscription to Disney Plus. Thanks. All right. By the way, Disney, totally love what you're doing with Mandalorian. It's grand. It's fantastic. Disney Dream Weddings, great show. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. You bringing back the Wild Kingdom. That's fantastic too. So Disney, keep it up. All right. Now, this show is just becoming a love letter to me and the Mouse.
I mean, I could talk about Disney all day if you want to go there. I don't.
We can do that. I have surprisingly little to do today.
I can.
We can keep doing this show until it is time to do the show.
I can give you like little. I also don't want to like ruin my chances of ever working for them again. But like, if there's like little, I mean, if people want to like, I don't know who's watching, want to like ask little questions, I might have some fun. There's some things I might not be able to answer. But.
All right. Do you have any exclusive Disney memorabilia that is either exclusive only to park cast members, or that you're like, oh, I know about this one piece because that you can only get it at this one particular park, at this one particular kiosk?
So I had, for the longest time, I had a bunch of Earth Day stuff. I happened to be working at Animal Kingdom. I worked all of the parks because entertainment spans all of the parks. So I was working at Animal Kingdom on Earth Day one year, and they had this huge, like, they didn't even tell people about it. It just kind of happened. They just had all these food trucks and they had all this stuff. They had this huge employee party backstage, and everyone was invited to go. And they just had, it was like set up like a, I don't know, like a fair. So like there were keychains, and I had this great water bottle that like broke after a while, and I was so upset. But yeah, they had like all kinds of like Earth Day, whatever the year was, memorabilia, which like you didn't just only get when you were a cast member, you only got if you were a cast member working that day at that time. So I thought that was like the most exclusive thing I have. I also have an umbrella that was given out as a freebie for like an internship workshop or something. So that was kind of fun. But everything I have is, I mean, I have my fake diploma. There's that. It's not really fake. I did actually work hard for it, but like it's not worth anything.
Sure. All right. Now, real quick, why is Snow White your favorite Disney princess?
I think that given her personality, she's a lot braver than some of the other princesses. So like,
I like how you did that.
Braver. Because Ariel is like kind of, I love it. I mean, I love all the princesses. Jasmine's like, I want adventure. Let's do it. Ariel's like, let's go exploring. So like, it doesn't take a lot for them to like run away from danger. Snow White's like, I like sitting in my house and making pie. And then she has to run away from a murderer into dangerous woods. She's a lot braver for doing that, I think. then it would have, it was harder for her to do that. And yeah, she kind of collapses and gives up after a while, but so would I. You know? I just think that people don't give her enough props. Like, yes, her personality isn't as brash and bold as the other princesses, but I think it took a lot more out of her to get there. You know, it was a lot harder for her.
Also, she was quite literally the first.
Oh yeah, and historically, absolutely. And I'm like the only person in the world that doesn't hate listening to her sing. So I mean,
I'm wishing.
that's really good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The only people who can do Snow White's voice, or the original actress who just recently passed away a few years ago, small children and Shakespeare's doing falsetto. So there we have it. No, I genuinely love that. Going back to my very bougie vacation, where I cut myself off and we went off on a weird tirade, because I don't need you to cut me off. I cut myself off. It's how I roll. I think that's why people vaguely like watching my show. They're like, what is he going to not talk about today? So we went Disney bounding most days, and my Disney bounding outfit was one of my best ones, was on point. I had yellow shorts. I had a dark blue shirt with my sleeves rolled up, button down, and I had a red V-neck t-shirt. I looked good, by the way. Everything was fitting me on point. It was at one of the high points of my in shape and weight loss journey, so I was looking pretty good. And Snow White she says, "Are you bounding as me?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "I never see that." And it's just like, other than like little girls, you know, dressed in the dress, she goes, "I never see that." And it's just like, well, I look good. So do you. So,
I need to see. I'm gonna go stalk your Facebook now because now I need to see that. I didn't see that picture.
I'm not sure if it's there actually.
Well, then you send it to me because I will see it.
I will find it. Yeah.
I'm realizing now that I probably should have said that my favorite princess was Sophia, but like it's not. So
Sophia the First.
Like I'm realizing this now that maybe that wasn't the best.
Is it just because she, like you, is vertically challenged?
Yeah, we have a lot in common that way.
Is it because she's 5? And so are you.
Have I within the last, well, not year, but now because of COVID, but I guess the last 2 years, have I been issued a child's ticket for an R-rated movie and asked where my guardian was? Yeah. So, I mean, it happened. I went to see not Get Out. What's the other one? Us. I went to see Us, and I went by myself. And
I have
like
wait, what? Us? I haven't had this.
You, Us? No, use the Stalker in New York. Us, the Lupita Nyong'o movie. It was, oh my gosh. Oh, it's spectacular. It's scary, but it's spectacular. Her performance alone is worth the whole movie.
Right.
It's a like a psychological thriller. And I had no makeup on, and I had my hair pulled back, and I had a hoodie on, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see a movie. And this teenager, I asked for one adult ticket, and he's like, "Can I see your ID? Because you need a parent to get in if you're like under." And I'm like, "Boy, you are in like your junior year of high school." I'm just very short. For those of you who don't know me personally or haven't seen Catalina perform, I'm vertically challenged.
She's 5 feet tall on a good day. Is today a good day?
Well, I'm sitting down, so
I love it.
But yes, our height is something Sophia and I have in common, I guess, is the moral.
Yeah,
of the story.
but the thing is, that kid's gonna grow up.
You know what? The worst is I will share a little story. And I wouldn't know anything about this. But Sophia wears this purple dress. And back in the day, there used to be a show called Little Einsteins. And
yes.
If you remember the Vine of like people like doing like a hip hop dance to like a remix of the Little Einstein song. It's the like, we're going on a trip and yeah. There was a character who was a brunette in a purple dress with red ballet slippers, and her name was June. And they were both Disney Junior characters. And yeah, they were both like the same age with the same personality. And they would both do meet and greets, and people were just so confused. And the worst was when they both got called Dora the Explorer. And then you have to just sit there like, sure, you gonna take a picture or not?
That's fantastic and brilliant. But we're going to talk more about the amazingness of being mistaken for Dora the Explorer and all other sorts of wonderful things in just a minute. But first, Shakespeare's going to have to pay some bills. So Kristina Coia, our special guest, stick around. We will be back. But also, friends, Shakespeare's Coffee Break is brought to you by some wonderful sponsors, and I'd like you to please support the show by supporting our sponsors, such as Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands, with services from the machine movers and erectors in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. They are a women-owned small business with hours of operation Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, weekends by appointments only. Call them at 717-944-7676 and visit them at hillrigging.com. Today's show is also brought to you by renfest.org. Renfest.org is your online directory of Renaissance festivals, vendors, and entertainers. They are perpetuating the idea of hashtag Renfest at home to encourage patronage while fairs are closed and support other initiatives such as Digital Renfest and the Rescue Foundation that benefit this community. Speaking of Rescue Foundation, there is going to be an online rescue rally hosted by Digital Renfair this Saturday, the 21st. I believe it starts at 8 p.m. Please, on Facebook, visit Digital Renfair, and I'll put that up into the show notes a little bit later. But go check them out, renfest.org. Thank you so very much for sponsoring the show. And Henderson's Hearth, classic Celtic cooking for today's modern on-the-go lifestyle. Henderson's Hearth is down at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. They started in 2012, opened the first shop in 2013, and they are focusing on bringing back traditional Celtic recipes that have begun to be lost in today's quick meal culture. They strive to provide healthy, easy, and delicious products steeped in Scottish heritage. All ingredients are grown by them or acquired locally in the Louisiana region to ensure quality. Each product is made in small batches so they can ensure that your mix will exceed your expectations. And you can get wonderful mixes such as the Henderson soup mix right here. Well, I have everything attached to that. That was ridiculous. I'm a professional. Henderson soup mix right here. All of those soups are actually vegan-based. So add in whatever you like. They are wonderful and healthy for every type of lifestyle. Shop hendersonshearth.com and follow them on Instagram at Henderson's Hearth, and also visit them at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival weekends through December 13th. The Daily Brew, a 365-day guided journal. Have you ever started to write a journal only to get stymied and give up because you don't know what to write about? Have you ever wanted to keep a journal but didn't know how to start? Well, the Daily Brew Journal might be just the thing for you. Now, the authors have painstakingly created a 365-day template for writing about your thoughts and feelings, as well as a nice mix of active, hands-on exercises to keep it interesting and to help you avoid journal fatigue. Studies have shown that regular journaling leads to increased emotional intelligence, creativity, and confidence. It can lead to gains in both short and long-term memory and help with impulse control and problem solving. Purchase it online at Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, A-Books, and other providing retailers. And every purchase supports a college student. Every purchase of the Daily Brew Journal allows the authors of the book, who are all clinical mental health counselors, to give away more copies of the journal to their clients, to college students who are in need of a little bit of guidance and journaling. So grab a favorite pen, a good hot beverage, find a comfy chair, and start journaling. And Dandy Folk, bits and bobbles for the sharp and snazzy. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love Dandy Folk. They're absolutely wonderful. And I dropped the one mask I was going to show you. I'm going to see if I can pick it up with my feet here because that's professional. Boom, got it. There we go. I'm sitting on a nice tall stool. Hopefully today's guest, Kristina Coia, is laughing in the background. And no, she's actually just kind of looking incredulously. I'm just going to bring her in, and she's just like, what? No.
Now I'm laughing.
No. Now she's laughing. There we go. All right, goodbye. All right. I'm a good host. I'm mean, but I'm fair. Never let that be not said. All right, so Dandy Folk, bits and baubles for the sharp and snazzy. You want to shop at Etsy? dandyfolk.etsy.com. Absolutely delightful and wonderful. You need to go to dandyfolk.etsy.com to peruse their ever-expanding collection of accessories, reversible venture hoods, scarves, masks, and more to get you through the seasons in style. And for the fandom collections, are you into the Doctor, or Hobbits, Wizards, the Force, the Federation? We know I am. Now, they've got you covered. Chris Coia. Yes. Chris Coia. You see what it is there? Got you covered?
Oh, I get it. Good job. You did it.
You know what? I don't need you. All right. I'm tough but fair. All right. So, all of their cotton masks are hand or machine washable with sewn-in polypropylene filters, built-in stainless steel nose bridges, and comfortable woven elastic. And the 3D shape of the new mask patterns provide more breathing space betwixt your nose and mouth and the fabric, while offering a good seal across the nose and under the chin. Now, save $5 off of your order by using my special code, DeathByFluffyKittens. $5 off of an order of $50 or more. So basically, they know that Shakespeare sent you. So use Death by Fluffy Kittens to save $5 off at Dandy Folk. Dandy Folk, bits and bobbles for the sharp and snazzy. And then the final ad for today, Renpops. Oh my God. Renpops. Make a pop figure of your favorite Renaissance performers. Like this little guy right here. Oh my God. He's Renpop Shakespeare. Look at him. He is Mini-Me. Basically, he's about the same size as Chris Coia. Oh my God. Chris. Yeah, it's true, Chris Coia. Yeah, I went there. Oh my God. Yes. Now, Renpops are pop figures that you put together yourselves. You use cardstock. You can download a PDF. Store on it right now. They take about an hour to make, or you can also send away for a kit to get sent to you. Go to renpops.com and peruse through some of your favorite Renaissance performers, such as Paolo Garbanzo, the Washing Well Wenches, the Acrobatics, Aaron Bonk, Lynx Kim the Sword Swallower, Music the Gathering, Brune, and your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. One of my favorite things to do, pop off my own head. Yep. Alas, Shakespeare. I knew him, Chris Coia. And you can also put heads on other people's bodies. And I'm building my Paolo Garbanzo one, so I'm going to put me on his body. And then it's going to be weird and fantastic. And you mix and match and just do all sorts of silly things. So Renpops, they start at $10. Go to renpops.com. And thank you to all of our sponsors for supporting Shakespeare's Coffee Break and also Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour, which happens on Fridays. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email me, shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Also, you can send a message to my Facebook page for the show, facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break. And while you're doing that, go like Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Also, like the main show, Shakespeare Approves. That is the main Facebook page right there. Also, find me on Twitter at Shakes Approves, Instagram, Shakespeare.approves, and on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, click the bell. I finally learned what the bell does. I'm feeling pretty excited about that. Also, while we're liking things, go like the pages for my friends, the Zenith Players. We share a lot of resources, and they are wonderful. Go to facebook.com/Zenith Players so you can watch brand new readings every week. Usually Shakespeare or classic literature on Saturdays, and then something silly and fun on Mondays, including ongoing serials such as Sherlock Holmes, Frankenstein, things like that. Absolutely wonderful. And then also go to zenithplayers.com and click on the highly attractive donation button. And as always, remember, suck it there, Jacoby. All right. And remember, please go like all the social media for today's guest, Kristina Coia. Oh my God. Actress, singer, friend of chipmunks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to go like all of her stuff. And speaking of her stuff, we are going to look at her TikTok here in just a moment. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because she does some amazing work on TikTok that you need to become aware of. So here we go. It is up here. Let's go to TikTok. Oh, there's Kristina Coia's TikTok. Oh my God, there it is. Soft.autumn.ingenue on TikTok. You want to go find this. And she has just some wonderful, fun stuff. For instance, here's her Julius Caesar TikTok. But before we do it, Chris,
Yes.
Kristina, tell us what we're about to see when we look at Julius Caesar.
Well, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. So this is how I envision what happened on that fateful day in 44 BC.
All right, fantastic. So we're going to go and watch Julius. Oh, wrong button. There we go. We're going to go watch Kristina Coia's version of Julius Caesar. Warning, flashing lights. Come on, work. Just work. All right, it's not working. It's not working, Chris.
I don't know what to do.
Chris, it's not working.
I mean, I can try and recreate it, but it's not. It wouldn't do much.
All right. Well, it's fantastic. Well, you're gonna want to go there. It's not working. Could you see me clicking on the button and it's not working?
Yeah, it looks like it should be.
Yeah, it should be working. It's not working. Like if I do that, it goes to a different one. Here's Viola. No.
None of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Live TV, people. Live TV.
That's all right.
All right. Well, you know what? You want to go to tiktok.com/soft.autumn.ingenue and follow Kristina Coia. She's making wonderful Shakespearean TikToks. It's just fantastic and brilliant. And you want to do all that. I don't know why it wasn't working, but you know what? I blame the internet.
Yeah.
Yep. So
we could blame
Reverend,
Canada too.
What's that?
We could blame Canada too.
We can blame Canada with all the hockey hullabaloo and that woman Anne Murray too.
Hullabaloo is the name of my They Might Be Giants cover band. So
hockey hullabaloo. That, you know what? I think they would accept. I think they would. Now, Reverend Tommy would like to know, going back to Renpops, would a Contessa Catalina Renpop be half the size of a regular Renpop?
I mean, I don't see why not. I do. All right. So I actually really want a Catalina Renpop, like really bad. No, I didn't even know they were a thing until today.
Now you know.
I have a trading card. They have those Music the Gathering sells those little trading cards, and a lot of the girls from Chaste Treasure have their own trading cards. And I did notice that the illustration of Catalina is smaller than the illustration of the other girls.
Oh, that's just mean. Hilarious. I mean, but mean.
Adorable, but like, so I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. I mean, it's not like you're a hobbit.
No, it's just kind of worked out that way, and I just think that's very funny. I
mean, because Evangeline, she's not tall either.
No, there's a couple tiny treasures, and we did a show. Oh gosh, we're tiny treasures. Like we're like the Ewoks of Chaste Treasure, but
you walk around going jump jump.
Oh, Deanie. Anyway, it's Jawas. I know. Listen, I know. Just because I'm not into it doesn't mean I don't know. It was myself as Catalina. It was Lady Arabella and Sultana Lila, and that was fun because we were just like.
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
Great show. We were like unsupervised cats though. Like it was usually you need like an adult in your group to keep like an eye on the other two, and we were just
It always mystifies me when I become the adult in the group. Because well, you know me, because it's like, for instance, you and I create 31 Degrees in Louisiana whilst driving, and we made a pop sensation, dare I say a Renpop sensation. And that we're gonna have to find the link for that and share that. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
put that back up.
That out as a single.
We need to put it out. Oh my God, yes, please.
Right,
you know what? We're gonna talk after the show, and we're gonna make this happen. But It always mystifies me when I am the responsible adult in the group, and it's other people, you know, because I'm turning 40 in a couple of weeks, and it's other people usually around my age. It's just like, how am I the grown up? Wait, what? But it's great fun. But it's also a little bit chastening when I am very much not the grown up in the group, and Tom Zadoyko has to ask me to act my age. So,
I mean, I feel like that goes both ways, though.
Oh, it so does. Well, for instance, we're down in Louisiana last year, and it was, I think, race day for the New Orleans Turkey Trot 5-mile run.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being weird with Lady Agnes from Chaste Treasure. We're just off being weird. And he says, could you please focus? Could you please come over here? And we're like, geez, fine, Dad. and the grouping that was done.
I just want to say how much I love Agnes. Keep going. I want to.
Oh no, she's a delight. She's a delight. So we're like,
keep going.
We go over, but then he's partaking of the shot before the race, and the beer they give you immediately after the race, and so he's a little, so then I'm like, oh, this is my opportunity to just send it back to him. I go, could you please act your age? He goes, I am acting my age. This is the perfect way for me to act in New Orleans. And I'm like, touche.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was grand. Wow. Absolutely. I adore these people so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Reverend Tommy wants Chaste Treasure Renpops now. So Reverend Tommy, big way to make that start to happen is you're going to want to contact Chaste Treasure's publicity department. So find them, of course, in various ways. I think Lady Rosaline is in charge of the social. You want to get in touch with her and Lady Morgana. And then also contact OMG_Renpops on Instagram. That's the fastest way for Leah to get back to you. So you want to do that. And Kathy also says, good morning. Good morning, Kathy. And since most people will be watching this in the afternoons, good afternoon, Kathy. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Now, before we run out of time, I want to ask, how did you get into this insane business?
I want to say it's a long story, but it's really not. It's kind of a long story. So I
too long. Let me sum up.
No. I never attended a Renaissance fair. I'd never been to one. I never had any interest in going. It was not my thing. I know now that I would have loved it as a kid, but when I was in high school, I really, really wanted to work at the Florida theme parks. So on just for fun, or just to kind of see how they worked, a couple friends and I went to a Disney audition. We figured we're like 18. We're not going to book anything. We just want to have experience going to these auditions so that over the next couple of years we can be more prepared in the event that we would get cast. And I got cast. So I went and I started working at the Florida parks, and it was great. It got a little stale. It wasn't necessarily where I wanted to be forever. So I came back up and I was looking for something similar to do. And I got involved working a booth, actually, at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. And it's because it seemed to kind of be upset. I word of mouth, friend of a friend. And I loved it. And then next, I was like, oh, I want to keep this up. This sounds like fun. Someone's like, well, they need a squire at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. And I'm like, a what? So then I did that.
You squired?
Yes, I was a squire. Yeah.
I squired. Weirdly enough, it was also my first year being Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
Because I had remarkably little to do during off times. Because I was in Who's Jest, the improv show, and then 2 Shakespeare shows, and that was kind of it. And I had nothing else to do, just walk around. And so I started hanging out with friends who were jousting, and I just started mucking the scrolls. And so I wasn't a squire at the very beginning of the season. It just started happening. And then and they started giving me free riding lessons because I was just down there working for free. And then John Lucas asked me, John Lucas, by the way, friends watching at home, wonderful jouster back in the day. And he had such a stentorian way of speaking. Your Majesty, I will bring victory for you and my people because I love you. And no, if you mess with me, the Bull of England, you get the horns. I absolutely adore this man. He's one of my favorite people in the world, and he's so easy to make fun of. But he's probably like, Shakespeare, I'm 6'5", I will hurt you. It's just like, yeah, you will. Now, anyway, he invited me to stop becoming squire, and then I started becoming the idiot that season to stand up on the posts and yell out the bona fides of the knights, and it was grand. Loved it. Never was actually like holding the rings or anything like that. I'm like, no.
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh, I was like, no, thank you. And I said, no, that's all right. That requires a little bit extra training that we're not giving you. It triggers your
fight or flight for sure. But I feel like once you do it, the adrenaline, right? It's like addicting. I would do this. I would squire again in a heartbeat. I miss it. I loved it.
I did other things though. So like I'm standing up on the post, which also arguably not a good idea because it is this wide. And yet I'm standing on it, and I'm like, I'm going to stand here for 25 minutes. And I would toss rings to them, and we had it timed up beautifully so that everyone except Kevin would get it, and because I would throw off the timing for Kevin, and he would then just yell at me. He's like, Shakespeare, I will kill you, and I'm like, ah. It was great. I loved it. Yeah. I also cribbed heavily from The Knight's Tale for that one.
Oh gosh.
Lords, ladies, and everyone who didn't have enough money to buy a cushion. And then the savior of Italian virginity, things such as that. Yeah, I would just quote Knight's Tale constantly. Both the movie, which I love, by the way, and also the book.
Yeah.
By Chaucer. I would just quote it so grand. But shared history, squireship. Get back into it. Sorry, I overtook that.
No, that was it. And then I auditioned for the casts because I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, well, this is right up my alley, because it's look, it's like Disney, only not at Disney. And then I worked New Jersey Renaissance Fair as Juliet, the Shakespeare year.
Yes, you did.
That was so much fun. And then right after that, I went right to PA, and I was the one of the pioneer members of Joyful Noise when that was still around.
Oh, Joyful Noise! I remember hearing about that. Yes.
Yeah, friend of Chipmunks. I love that. And then it just kind of progressed from there. I joined up with Chaste Treasure, and I have not looked back since.
Wonderful. And you are just constantly out there, constantly making things, doing shows for me with the social distancing players, and just being generally all around brilliant. And you're a delight. A fantastic former roommate.
Oh my gosh, remember when we built a giant, talk about being children. We built a giant pillow fort in our poor host family's living room, and like they couldn't walk through their living room, and we also stole their cat.
Yeah, we stole their cat.
And we got
drunk. Didn't seem to mind.
There was a lot of beer, and we were watching Harry Potter movies. Remember that?
Yeah, we only got through the first two.
Well, there was a lot of beer.
And we did start the movies a little bit late in the evening too. I think we started like at 10 o'clock at night. It was just like, oh man, and that was one of the last times I had pizza.
Wow.
Like legit, actual cheesy pizza because I can't eat it anymore.
Yeah.
Because dairy hates me. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Jessie Schaefer says Joyful Noise is one of her favorite shows.
Me too. I know. I miss it. I miss that. I miss a lot of these things. I've had such good experiences that I feel like, I mean, there are a couple shows or gigs that I've done where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of glad that's over. But like,
yeah, we all have
every experience I've had with Ren Fair, I would return to any of the shows I've done in a heartbeat. I would go back and do Joyful Noise again. I would squire again. I would play Juliet again. Absolutely.
Even my least favorite gigs, I would say, are better than my favorite real world jobs I've had. So yeah, I was on a 6-month children's theater tour. It was a van tour, 12 passenger van, carting the luggage and the sets behind you in a horse trailer, and I hated that experience. And yet, far more enjoyable overall on a day-to-day basis than working at a desk. And I enjoyed my desk job. I really did enjoy my desk job, but it was a more fulfilling experience doing that, and it's grand. So this pirate's life is for me. So yeah. Yo ho.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo ho. Just not ho, because ho is disrespectful, yo.
Yeah, and let's just sing what ho. What ho!
See, there are stories I can't tell on Shakespeare's coffee break.
No, but but you could tell them if you came back for the Friday 5:35 Shakespeare's shameless self-promotion happy hours.
I mean,
you're thinking about it. You're going to come back.
I just know that there's a story that I need to tell the world about, and I'm going to do it right now, about a Chaste Treasure show. We had not just Pennsylvania. We did a show in Philly, but not just Philly, like Philly, like Philly. And it was our first experience.
I'm aware of how Philadelphia works.
Philly. And we were greeted with the most Philly thing that's ever happened to any of us in our lives. And it just reminded me, never mind.
They booed you like they booed Santa Claus?
No, actually, it was a very warm reception, but in a very Philadelphia way. And I cherish it to this day, but I can't say it over this show.
I was doing a gig for the Philadelphia Public Library.
Okay.
When they around the 450th anniversary of Shakespeare, Shakespeare's birth, and they had a copy of the first folio there, and I was doing some publicity videos for them out on the street in front of the library, and we're walking around, and we go into like the real historic quarter with Independence Hall and all that, and Ben Franklin's there. And I say, "Oh, Mr. Franklin," and cameras are rolling. And this particular Franklin was rather crotchety towards me. And he says, and he's like, "Shakespeare, this isn't the place for you." He goes, "This is my town." And I said, "Yeah, but I'm pretty sure," and me being me, I'm like, "Pretty sure one of us is a scientist. Thank you, Doc Brown. But also one of us is like unto a god." And I'm not saying which one of us it is, but one of us has crazy Doc Brown hair, and the other one's me. Now, he's like, "Stop calling me Doc Brown." And there's cameras, and there's all these tourists now watching this fight between these two costumed idiots. One of whom is fully accepting of the fact that he is a costumed idiot, and one of whom was taking himself a little too seriously.
I was just going to say, Benjamin Franklin was not that serious of a person. Have you heard about the other stuff we can't talk about on the coffee?
But there's another Benjamin Franklin, because there's two. They are competing Benjamin Franklins in the city of Philadelphia, people.
What?
I know. So there's this other Ben Franklin, who I see the following day, on the day of the actual like gig with all the public and everything. And he comes because he's representing like Philly tourism and all that. And I'm like, "Oh, there's Franklin's here. You want to do some photos?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I hate that guy." And they're like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious that we got you like on an Instagram video of you saying, 'Oh, Franklin's here. Oh my God, I hate that guy.'" And so I go meet him, and it's the other guy who is a continual patron of the New Jersey and New York Renaissance fairs.
That's amazing.
So he comes to my show all the time. It's like, "Dr. Franklin!" And it's that guy who already knows me. And I'm like, "Oh my," he goes, "You hate me." I go, "No, I love you." He goes, "Oh, you hate the other me." And then we start doing Doctor Who jokes. Like, "Oh, past me, might be future me. No, it's wibbly wobbly." It was so stupid, and I loved it.
That's amazing, though. I didn't know that Jersey and New York had a real Ben Franklin fan. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God.
No, you.
I was just saying, if the real Ben Franklin met the real William Shakespeare, his first thing would be like, big fan, man. And the second thing he would say is, is she like into, you know? And then like talk about like electricity.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like that's how it would go. You'd share a pipe. You know what I mean? Like he would just be like a bro.
Shakespeare.
Like I feel like Ben Franklin was a bro.
Shakespeare would totally nerd out.
Coffee break.
Shakespeare would totally nerd out over Franklin. I'd be like, all right, so this electricity thing, that's amazing.
Franklin would be like, so what did you really mean by the, you know, like they would be friends.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be like, all right,
absolutely be friends.
Like, hey, Ben, give me some great science words to say. I want some good science words. It's like, that sounds fantastic. Oh, the electricity of my soul. That's not how that works. Ben, it's poetry. Shut your face. Just like, all right, fine. It would basically be Star Trek before it was Star Trek. I'm like, here's some science that sounds really cool. Makes no sense, but sounds really cool. We would do that. Ben Franklin and Shakespeare. Franklin, look at me. We're gonna do this, all right? You and me. We're gonna make some great science fiction stuff, and it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna create Star Trek before Star Trek. Suck it, Gene Roddenberry.
Othello is captain of the Enterprise.
I'm the captain of the Enterprise now. Look at me. Jean-Luc Picard, look at me. I'm the captain now. All right.
The twist of Iago is that there's actually two of them, like the Prestige.
Have you ever read the book of the Prestige? Have you ever read the book of the Prestige?
No, I haven't actually read the book.
It's trippy.
Really?
It is a trippy book.
I'd try it.
Yeah, you should do it. It's fantastic. I love it. But Kristina Coia, actress, singer, friend of Chipmunks. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you so very much for being on the show today, my friend. Come back anytime. Follow her on TikTok, Soft Autumn Ingenue. There you go, soft.autumn.ingenue. Go do the things. And thank you so much for being here, because it's just absolutely wonderful and amazing to have you here, my friend. So, friends, this was Shakespeare's coffee break. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and this is my that came up a little too early. This is my coffee break. Let's have one last noisy slurp. Oh my goodness. Upcoming events. Next Friday, Black Friday, we're already here. We have the tickets going on sale for Shakespeare's New Year's Shaken Eve, our New Year's Eve party. It's going to be an amazing show with wonderful performers, not just myself. The Langers Ball, Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard, Shelley Buttons, Chaste Treasure, Drunken Disorderly, Lady Prudence, the Court Composer. Possibly a couple of more to add in here. I don't know yet. You're going to have to tune in and find out. But tickets go on sale through my website, shakespeareapproves.com, on Black Friday. Tickets are going to be $30, but for Black Friday and all of Cyber Week, on sale for $5 off. So join it. And that's $5 for if you're one person watching at home or your entire family. Watch the show. It's going to be great and amazing. Of course, Shakespeare's Coffee Break is Monday through Thursdays at 3-ish p.m. Today, it's 10:40 in the morning. But, you know, that's a good coffee break time. But we're also I'm going to be back later in the comments at 3:05 today, having a wonderful watch party with all of you. So do tune in and watch, and it's going to be so much fun. And then it's going to be grand. I love this job. I love this job so much. Nat 21 Adventures is our Dungeons and Dragons show with performers from the Renaissance Festival. We are in campaign 4, season 4. We just had episode 2. And this particular campaign is performers from the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. So you have Roger Awesome of the Lords of Adventure. You have Adelmo Ignis, who just did her first season. Mab Just Mab. You've got Kitty Chaos. You've got me. And you've got Paolo Garbanzo. So tune in Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. at facebook.com/nat21adventures and twitch.tv/Paolo Garbanzo. Because when a natural 20 just won't do, you need a nat 21. And Shakespeare Reviews tomorrow at 3:05. I want you to watch the watch party that Andrew McKee, the Irish bard from Life's Affair, and I are doing with our movie watch show, Shakespeare Reviews, where we take movies that are inspired by or direct adaptations of Shakespeare plays. We've done 10 Things I Hate About You, based on Taming of the Shrew. We've done Othello. Coming up, we have a Midsummer Night's Dream. I believe that is tomorrow's show. Tune in and watch. The shows go live about 9:30 in the morning Eastern time on Life's Affair, and then we do the watch parties at 3:05 on my channel. And then tomorrow at 5:35, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour, where we do stupid things. And you know it, you love it. It's going to be a great time. So all of the wonderful things happening. Once again, thank you so much to my guest, Kristina Coia.
Thank you.
Muppet Arms. And to all of my sponsors, Hill Storage and Rigging, Dandy Folk, Renfest.org, Henderson's Hearth, Renpops. Thank you so very much for Dandy Folk. Use my special code, DeathByFluffyKittens, to save $5 off of your order of $50 or more. So go do all of those things. And friends, thank you so very much for joining me for the show here today. If you've enjoyed the show half as much as I've enjoyed making it, I obviously enjoy it twice as much as you do, and that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will do a weird dance in your front drive. Possibly the Jub Jub dance from Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Throw it into my hat. My hat, I mean coffee.com/Shakespeare. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare, ko-fi.com. and buy me a cup of coffee. Also consider becoming a Patreon of the arts and supporting me on a continuing basis at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers go from $3 to $30, and all tiers right now actually get the exact same perks because money is tight for a lot of us, and I don't want anyone to miss out. So patreon.com/Shakespeare and coffee.com/Shakespeare. Friends, until tomorrow for Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour, thank you so very much. Thanks for letting me be a part of your day. Today for an hour. So I love you, you love me, there's mutual glorious affection. And when you get the choice of being right or being kind, choose kindness every time. Bye-bye.